It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From FedEx Forum, just off Beale Street in downtown Memphis. Tonight, it's the Memphis Grizzlies getting set to match up with the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Grizzlies. Secure the opening tip, and we're underway on Beale Street in Memphis. Here comes the screen. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Thunder with the basketball. Here comes the screen. Probing the defense. Paul to Adams. Scores from the post.
That was a tough shot. The guy was in your pocket. He even contested the shot. Everything was going according to plan until then.
Here comes the screen. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Here's CP3. Not today.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Oh, emphatic slam.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, some ball, you let him be that anomaly.
The drive, right to the basket. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Curling inside. The screen sets him up for two.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Now Adams down low. Big man, Steven Adams. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Old school equals high percentage.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Paul with it up top. 10-4 is the score. Screen coming. Driving right to the basket. And scores. Strong take.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
Paul snatching it out of the air.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Andre Robertson at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 46%. And he connects on the first free throw. So he hits the first, misses the second. Goes to the left side. Works it up top. 4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Grizzlies own the basketball. Here comes the screen. Fakes, drives to the rim, and scores. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Here comes the screen. Has a look. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
One of the best in the biz right there. Maybe the best.
Now Paul with the basketball. Trailing by 10. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Here comes the screen. Oh, had him going there for a second. Nothing going here on that drive. Steven Adams pins it.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Paul. The Thunder down to 4 in the shot clock. Paul. That's how you defend.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Defense making the ball handler work. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. The pass set it all up.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
Now a whistle, and we're going to get a time. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Substitutions.
To Booker. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Misfires. It's no good. Down to Adams. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
To Booker. Shot from the lane won't go.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. Steven Adams, huge block. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Ferguson to Adams.
Oh, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready.
Got it. It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
The drive, right to the basket. Short jumper misses. Shot clock for Memphis. Runner here won't go down. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. They find themselves down 10. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low Adams. Steven Adams with the slam. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They looked lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
Steven Adams sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And the rebound taken in by Memphis. Fires the three. Message received. Well defended. Here's Schroeder with it. Down 8. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Oh, he had him there for a second. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
Schroeder with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. From the painted area, won't go down.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play. That cuts it to a 7-point game. Down to 5 on the 24. Steven Adams able to recover with the block. Alexander. Now Adams down low. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket. Grizzlies at the controls right now. Here comes the screen. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Howard. Booker. Here comes the screen. To Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. Missed his first. That one goes.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Alexander. And takes it away. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Alexander. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Scala sends it away. First quarter in the books. The Grizzlies have the lead. Second quarter is set to start. Neither team set the tone to start this one. Jay, do you expect that to change?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
I love when I see smaller players finish in the paint amongst the trees, but if you're a big on the other side, you can't let that happen so easy.
Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Well, they have one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Blocked away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Another chance. Five on the shot clock for Memphis. From long range. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Tosses. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Nothing going here on that drive. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. 5-point game. They love this hustle. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder, so it's going to stay with Memphis. New blood coming in for both sides. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Paul into the front court. Right now, down 7. Count the basket at the rim.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Memphis with the rock.
Here we go. I got him.
Paul into the front court. Down 5.
Oh, he sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Fires the 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. One's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Paul across the timeline. Margins 8. Patterson guarded by Devin Booker. Paul. That one off the mark. It's no good. Lets it fly from long range. Tough shot. He hits.
Every hero needs a good sidekick.
Paul with it up top. Trailing by 11. Ah, rocking the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
It's Grizzlies ball. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. To Booker. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, short.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Booker. To Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Passed it off. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Paul driving, but he can't connect.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early.
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass.
Well, when you play, great things happen. you essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball, and there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
Now Paul with the basketball. Down 11. Dwight Howard swats it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets.
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
To Howard. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Shot from the lane won't go. Oh, nice find for the basket.
That transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Won't go down.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Deep right corner. Screen coming. Wide open look won't go. Howard. A lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. To Paul. Nice pace, sets it up and slams it down. Whistle and a timeout for Memphis as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Entering the game for the Memphis Grizzlies, number 25.
That's going to be out of bounds. Here's Schroeder with it. Looking to make something happen. Curling inside. Oh, Dennis Schroeder. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Here comes the screen. Patrick Patterson with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Here's a chance from long range. Tough shot. Well defended. Danilo Gallinari tips it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
On the drive, it's Paul, but his shot stays out.
I got him. I got ball. I got ball. Get down, get down, get down.
Slams it down. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Oh, had him going there for a second.
I'm here.
To the outside. Goes to the right side. For 3, steps out and hits.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what...
Oh, Dennis Schroeder. Now 4 for 9.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Nothing going here on that drive. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already... Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
To Paul. Down low, Gallinari. Scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Memphis, they've got it. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Deep 3 at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Grizzlies entered halftime with a solid lead. Clearly, the number of three-pointers these guys scored in the first half was incredible. And if they could keep that up, it's going to be tough to keep that team down. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Memphis Grizzlies. The Thunder have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. These are the guys getting buckets for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Game track. 3-point shooting. Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Paul into the front court. Trailing by 15 to Adams. Missed it. Almost a foul. They let it go. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Got a piece of it.
jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation to Paul. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
And count the basket.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
And look out.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Paul across the timeline. Down by 15. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
I got ball. It's all me.
And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team, because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
And hits the first free throw. Two for two on that trip. Paul with it up top. Down a bundle. Short jumper off the mark.
Cut it, I got yours.
And scores at the rim. Jay, good luck recovering from that.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Screen coming. OKC now with 4 to shoot. Paul. And he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. Now Paul with the basketball. His guys down big. Cashes in for 2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Hey, y'all gonna have to send some help over here.
4-3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And here's the setup, Ed, down the stretch. From a player who's been in these type of positions, eventually I'm going to hit you with a head fake, and you're going to have to jump considering I just made the last couple of threes. And that's when I find an easy way to get to the rim or force the defense to collapse to kick out for, guess what, another one.
Here comes the screen. Now pass taken away by the Thunder.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Here comes the screen. Grizzlies with 4 to shoot. Gets a look. Can't hit. Throws it down.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 17, Dennis Schroeder.
Adams with the block. Fourth this contest.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Oh, Dennis Schroeder. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Swings it. Deep left corner. Almost. Unlucky bounce. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock with a drop step. Using the post to his advantage there and the finish at the rim.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
To Schroeder with a drop step. The shot, almost.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Danilo Gallinari rejects it. OKC ball. Block shot.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Screen coming. Lays it up and in.
And did you see the lift on the shot? Did you see the ball release off the hand? To be able to have the concentration to finish with such a feathery touch in the midst of contact, that's something special to watch.
No good. Here comes the screen. To Schroeder. Nothing going here on that drive. Great defense there, forcing the pickup to Adams. Nice pass to get things going.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Patrick Patterson snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Fires the three. Well defended. Schroeder with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Stuffs it home, and you can make a case there was contact there. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Here comes the screen. To Beasley. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Shot won't go.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Driving right to the basket. Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Ferguson. Schroeder. Cleans it up. Offensive board. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
I'm on D. Hey, watch the screen left.
To Evans. Here comes the screen. Tyreek Evans. Picked up by Schroeder. From long range. Buries it. It's a three.
And I don't know why the defense continues. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Time to shuffle things up. Dennis Schroeder trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 82%. Free throw's good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. To Howard. And throws it down.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Gilgeous-Alexander to Schroeder. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Fires the three. Good contest. Tyreek Evans can't hit it. Ferguson to Schroeder.
Screen left coming, screen left coming, screen left.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Scores from the post.
There you go, finally. Shoot your shot.
To Evans. Danilo Gallinari pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
The Thunder have the possession. Yes, it drops. Little drama on that one.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Beasley. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Beasley. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one goes down. And he makes them both. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. He'll run the offense. To Gilgeous-Alexander. Plenty of contact. The shot no good. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Mike Muscala has got 2 shots coming. A career 84% free throw shooter. First free throw is good. free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair.
I like that.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
Here comes the screen. To Evans. Lets it fly from long range. That won't go.
Stop the ball.
Gilgeous Alexander. To Schroeder. The drive. Right to the basket. A drive to the basket. But the shot rattles around and out. Lobs it up. Evans. Here comes the screen. To Beasley. Beyond the arc for three. It's good for three.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Has a look. That's no good. The quarter comes to an end, and a nice advantage for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies get the first crack at it as we begin the fourth quarter. You figured they certainly had the advantage coming into this one. Jay, that's how it's played out.
On paper, this wasn't set up to be much of a contest. If the crowd could have gotten into it early, maybe. But sometimes a team is so good that you never had a chance to even start.
Knocks it down.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
Robertson picked up by Booker. And that's rebounded by Memphis. Nice pass to set things up.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
I got him. Let's go. Right.
Here comes the screen. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. 24-second violation. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Number 23, Towns Ferguson. Stepping in for Memphis, number 8.
Here's Schroeder with it. Down a bundle. Ferguson to Schroeder. Here's a chance from long range. Can't get the bounce. That's going to be out of bounds. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 33, Mike Muscala.
Oklahoma City's got it. Schroeder. Here comes the screen. To Schroeder. Cleans the offensive glass. Got a piece of it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Mike Muscala at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. And he hits. Screen coming. Unable to connect. Schroeder with the basketball. His guys down big. And the finish. Slam dunk. He climbed the ladder on that one.
Well, the question is, how big is the ladder? He's still climbing.
Add 2 points to the board.
Chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think.
I got him. Here we go.
Here comes the screen.
Left.
Pass to the rim. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will. I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Here comes the screen. Paul to Schroeder. Can't connect. Turns and slams it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Paul. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Thunder with the basketball. Schroeder. Nothing's going to stop him in pursuit of the basketball. My goodness, did you see that, Jay?
That's nasty. Don't, just disrespectful.
Nothing going here on that drive. And that one is out. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
Number 2. Entering the game for the Memphis Grizzlies. Number 25.
Oh, yeah, blow by.
Right.
Paul to Gilgeous-Alexander. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Off the assist.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular in this ball game. Is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. Both legs coming onto the floor.
17, Dennis Schroeder. Into the game. number 9.
Thunder with the basketball.
Pick up, everybody pick up. D up, D up.
Baseline drive. Oh, but they call goaltending and count the basket.
You're on the island now. Come on, you gotta work around the screen. You feeling me?
Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. Looking to make something happen. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Dennis Schroeder, couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. First one, count it.
For Oklahoma City, number 21, Andre Roberson. Stepping in for Memphis, number 13.
No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Great pass to set it up. 4-3. Offensive board to Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. Looking good. 4 for 5.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Trying to cash in. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
He will be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
To Schroeder. He got a piece.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Grizzlies own the basketball. Count the bucket for 2.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense to Adams. Paul. Throws it down. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither.
Hey, switch, I got him.
To Paul. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Oh, emphatic slam.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Dwight Howard. Huge block. Ooh, 5 now. Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Number 25.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, good work to step in front. The pass taken away. Throws it up. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Steven Adams sends it away.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
I tried to work the clock here, but you have to take care of the ball in this possession.
To Schroeder. That is great vision to set it up. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Here comes the screen. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Oh, he had him there for a second. Fires the three, buries the three. He's too good to leave that open.
I know he's a volume shooter. I know defensively at times you have to take your lumps. Might be time to adjust the scouting report, though. Start denying him the ball.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
I love when I get a chance to watch guys who can make more out of what they actually have in their arsenal. And that's who Dennis Schroeder is. For a guy who really can't shoot, he sure does put the ball in the bucket.
Off the penetration, almost, but no good.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
And a chance coming up at the line.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
And he connects on the first free throw.
That's a mini. Bucket.
Goes 2 for 2. Off the assist. Now the Grizzlies will use a timeout. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Grizzlies get the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.